Yes, hello, and welcome to our next installment in our series of programs on playing card games, Solitaire. Today's game came suggested to the card guy from two separate folks. Thank you, Ganymedes 1046, and thank you, Plosky, for the suggestion for today's game. It is a lot of fun. It is named after your favorite historic figure or your favorite pastry. The name of the game is called Napoleon's Tomb. Let's begin. But first, our deck. Now, of course, we are going to be using a standard pack of playing cards, 52 cards in the pack. 2 colors within the pack, red and black, you know it well. 4 suits within that pack of cards, where there are 13 ranks per suit ranging from ace through king. Now, Napoleon's Tomb is a 2-pack game, so grab a second pack and be sure to thoroughly shuffle all 104 cards. We do recommend you shuffle the pack 7 times to achieve the mathematically proven maximum randomness. Okay. Let's begin now studying the layout of the game called Napoleon's Tomb. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is deal off 4 piles of 11 cards like you see here, face up, thus forming the tomb. Okay, take the top card of all piles and move them over to form your tableau. There are 4 tableau cards, and your job on those tableau cards is to build them up in suit. Now remember, those inner 4 piles are your reserve piles, while those outer 4 piles are your tableau piles, which you will build upon. Now, if you happen to reveal an ace during the course of play, you can place the card as a 5th reserve pile within the tomb. Alrighty, now when you reveal kings through the course of play, you can create your 4 foundations. Set them up as you see here, and there will be 1 king per suit. Now your job is to build down on those kings in suit. So from king, you will build down in suit all the way down to your ace. Now here's the rub. Because this is a 2-pack game, you need to run through the ranks twice. There will be 2 sets of ranks per king, thus 26 cards per pile in order to win. Not going to be easy, folks. Now, during the play, you also can create 5 discard piles. These are interesting because when you redeal, you have to set up 1 less discard pile for every time you redeal, thus giving you less opportunities for card play. So, now that you know the rules, what do you say we give it a try? Okay, well, let's begin with our 2 packs for this 2-pack game. Going to go ahead and combine these for a total of 104 cards, and then we're going to begin by dealing off our 4 piles. Now remember, you deal off 11 cards per pile, and then you flip it over to form the shape of the tomb. So face up pile here, let's do another 11 cards. There's my next pile, and my 3rd pile, and my 4th pile. Now you go ahead and take the top card and move them over to form that cross, thus creating your 4 tableau cards as you see here. So the first thing that we do, remember, the inner cards are your reserve and the outer cards are going to be the tableau cards that build up in suit, and that is how we play the game. Remember, we have to build up on those outer cards. So what's the first thing that we should do here? Let's get that king set up as our first foundation. And remember, the kings are going to build down in suit 2 ranks. So let's check that tableau. We need a king of clubs to play here, we need a 9 of spades here, 7 of hearts over here, and then a jack of clubs down low. Well, that 7 can move right over. I love that. Do we have a jack of clubs? No? If there's no moves, then go ahead and grab that big pile, that big stock, and let's see if we can put some cards into play. 7 doesn't help us, so we're going to set up our first discard pile of 5. Remember, we have 5 discards this time. Well, here's a nice king foundation you can set up. The queen can build on top, and then that reserve card moves over to replenish that tableau position. Alrighty, what's next? What can we do? Let's go to that stockpile. Do we need the 9? Remember, that 10 builds up. We need a jack there, so the 9 will get discarded, making our second pile. I often gather the cards in discard piles by suit. It kind of helps out later. Oh, good. Here's our third foundation here. We can set up that king, and remember, he builds down. Now, that queen can jump right on top of the king, followed by the jack. Now, look what we revealed here. Our ace. The ace can be entombed within the tomb. Let's do so. Now remember, that ace can be built upwards in suit as a reserve pile, as our 5th reserve pile. So feel free to use that card to your advantage. Can that 10 of hearts be used? Let's go ahead and discard it. Can't use the queen. Remember, that builds down. We need a 10 there. 5 of spades of any value? No, that doesn't really help us. We can set up our 4th discard pile with that one. Well, we already have an entombed ace, can't use that. We've already played the king of diamonds. So we'll pick up the pace a little bit here as we run through some cards. You do blow through some cards here until you find one that is usable. But keep those discard cards in mind because they will be playable later. How about that 4 of hearts? Can't use that just yet. 2 of clubs? Well, actually, that 2 of clubs can go on our ace reserve. There we go. I like that better. Don't need the 2. 4 doesn't need it just yet. It's next card, though, so try to keep it open if you can. We'll set up a 5th discard pile. Can't use the 9 just yet. But again, that's next after that 7, so keep that card handy. There's your 3 and there's your 4. I'm glad we kept that 4 revealed. That worked out nicely for us. That 10 can't play it just yet. I want to keep that 9 open. Let's keep that 9 revealed for later. Jack, no sir. Don't need the 3. Can't play the queen just yet. Well, that jack can play on top of the foundation. Remember, that builds down, and then the 10 can hop over and grow that foundation. We pull the reserve off and replenish our tableau card. Now we have 2 8s of spades. We need a 9 of spades desperately to build on top of those 8s. How about that 9 of diamonds? Can't use it just yet. Can't use a 5 just yet. Queen, we can play down on that foundation, and the jack can follow. I like that. 10 can come along for the ride as well. That is good news. How about a 6? Don't need the 6 yet. Could use another king. Wonder if that king of hearts might come up. 3 of spades, no thank you. 5 of hearts, can't do it. Keep it available? No, I don't think so. Don't need the 2. Don't need the 7. Again, another 5 we don't really need. 8, well, he's next. We may want to keep that 8 revealed for next time if that 9 of clubs comes up. Don't need the 5. 10 can go on there nicely, followed by the 9. That's good stuff. Let's keep it out. There's the 8 of diamonds I was going to mention. Okay, we've already got the king established, so that's, we can discard that king. Just trying to keep certain cards revealed that may be next in sequence. Don't need that 7 of spades yet. Don't need that jack. Use that queen. Can't play the queen just yet. Keep it handy or discard it? Yeah, definitely discard it. That 6 of diamonds will follow the 7. That worked out nicely. Now we can play a... Oh, there's that 9 finally. Been waiting on that. Now you can take that 9 and the 8 and you can build up your foundation, move the reserve over, and set up a new tableau card. Now that 8 of hearts is coming in handy for us. Do we have a 7 of clubs anywhere? Let's keep our eye out for a 7 of clubs. Don't need the jack just yet. Don't need the... Yeah, because remember that queen of hearts really needs a king building up on the foundation. Can't play the queen just yet, and the 4. Okay, well, we're out of cards, so let's go ahead and redeal. And remember, on our next round, we don't shuffle these cards. We have 1 less discard pile. We only have 4 piles this time, and we keep reducing every time we redeal. Don't need the queen. Can't play the jack just yet. Don't need the queen. I like to put all the piles by suit. I think it helps us in the end. That seems to be a helpful strategy, is to gather your discards. Okay, that builds down on the foundation. That helps. The 6 can follow. We could use a 5 if it's around. I think I saw it earlier. Don't need the 8 just yet, but keep it handy. It's next if we can find that 9 of clubs. Don't need an ace. Don't need a 4 just yet. 4 either. There's the 9 and there's the 8. I'm glad we kept that 8 handy because it was next in line. Now we need a 7. Don't need the 10. Can the 4 go anywhere? Queen, no thank you. There's that 5 we've been looking for. Play that. Now we need a 4 of spades. Let's see if that 4 of spades comes up. Don't need a 6 just now. 3 will be next. Maybe we keep that 3 handy. Don't need the 6. Remember, that one builds down, so that 5 of diamonds is handy. We could use a 4 of diamonds now. Well, that builds up. Don't go in that direction. There we go, the jack can go and the queen can hop over. Replenish that tableau position from your reserve. Now we need a 9 of hearts on the far left. That queen of diamonds. We've already got a king of diamonds set up. Don't need the 3, the 4 can go. Do I have that direction going properly? Yeah. Well, let's take that 3 off of that. Revealing that 9 can play on the 8 foundation. Remember, those foundation cards build up and the king piles build downward. Oops, did I go in the wrong direction? I think I did. Well, even the card guy makes an error. We'll put the 2 on top of that 4, and we'll take our lumps and put the 4 on the discard pile. As you can see, these sequences go in opposing directions, and sometimes, golly, you just forget where you were. So, the card guy is human after all. Okay, redeal. So we pick up these piles. Again, you do not shuffle them. And on this round, we have 1 less pile. We only have 3 discard piles now. Really need an ace of diamond on that. Any ace of diamonds in our discards? We don't really have one. So we'll set up another pile. We're looking for a 10 of hearts. That works out nicely. How about a jack? Oh, we have the jack. That's excellent. We need a king. That's what we need in the hearts department. King or a queen. I think that spade can... No, don't really need the spade just yet, so we'll put the spades together. 5, don't need the ace, the jack, the 2. You can see you're sort of blowing through the same cards you've seen before, and sometimes they're just not playable. If certain cards are trapped, as you're seeing, it's really tough to reveal them unless the cards were fortunately dealt. So we'll gather up those piles, we'll do a redeal, and now we only have 2 discard piles to deal with. So we'll go ahead and run through our cards. You know exactly what you need. Oh, we got that 4. That came in handy. I wonder if we had a 5 in there. Guess not. We'll set up our second pile. Is there any clubs we can play? Are there any spades that we can play? Check your piles. No, there's nothing that we can play just yet. How about that 2? Well, we really need an ace there. Any aces? No. Okay, 1 last redeal. We only have 1 discard pile this time, so we got to make it count. What do you think? Do we have any 7s? Do we have any... We really need a 7 there. How about in the spades world? We really need a 4. Don't really have it. On the hearts, we're looking for some, you know, that ace. I guess we could move that queen over. 7 of clubs, finally. That helps us. Now we can actually we can exhume our tuned ace, and we can find another ace to put back into the tomb. So that reserve pile definitely came in handy for us. That ace there. Now that 2, got to build down here, so that doesn't help us. The ace helps us. The ace continues that king foundation, and now we're looking for a king of diamonds. There we go, and yep, it goes downwards. There's the queen. Hard to keep track sometimes, and then the jack, and then the 10. Okay, well, we've gone through all of our redeals. We have no more moves. We have no more redeals, so that is the game. Not a bad effort. You know, this is not an easy game. It takes a while. I think I played it 20 or 30 times before I won it, so be patient. But it is absolutely worth your time. I certainly hope you enjoyed Napoleon's Tomb. And again, thank you to Ganymedes and Plasky for the suggestion. Remember, you're never really alone if you've got a pack of cards with you. So thanks so much for attending the lesson. And be sure to join us again next time.